Hey guys, Liam here. Welcome back to another episode of MetroMania, the series where we take 16 teams of Pokemon, they duke it out in double battles where only Metronome can be used, and someone turns out to be the MetroMania Champion. If you're a fan of MetroMania already and you're ready for more, make sure you hit that like button, show you're enjoying this series. Let's go for 1,000 likes if we can, and of course hit subscribe if you're new so you never miss an episode. And as always, use code ACE to save yourself some money on the wonderful nectar of G Fuel. Again, I regret using the green shaker. It's probably a bad idea. I'm drinking Hydration G Fuel today, which is caffeine free. It's full of all electrolytes and stuff like that, and it's really good right now to hydrate because bloody hell, it's bloody warm. Can you tell? Code ACE is where it's at, mate. Today we will find out who is the last of our semi-finalists. This is the final quarter-final. Next week the semis start and we already know who's going to be in that, but we need to find an opponent for Berserker and Persian. So before we do anything though, let's have a look at those beautiful brackets. Last time on Metromania, Persian and Berserker reigned supreme against Hitmonchan and Durant in a contest that was a lot closer than I think a lot of us thought it was going to be. So well done to Persian and Berserker for claiming their place in the semi-finals. We have one more place left in the semi-finals for Season 8 to find out, and then the semis will start next week. Who's going to be Persian and Berserker's opponent? Will it be Escavalier and Accelgor, or Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan? Here we go. It's the final quarter-final in Metromania Season 8. We have Escavalier and Accelgor versus Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan. Now, I feel like Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee are the underdogs in this. They were the underdogs against the Fairy-type team of Slurpuff and Aromatisse, and I think they're the underdogs here. Accelgor starting with a Bolt Strike because they just don't have the defenses. But then again, Accelgor and Escavalier don't particularly have great defenses. I mean, Escavalier does. It has base 105 defense, but everything else special defense wise, I should say, not very good. Hitmonlee going for Octo Lock onto Escavalier. Great start there. That's going to lower the defense and the special defense of Accelgor at the end of each turn by one stage for the foreseeable future. Fairy Lock from Hitmonchan just to prove it definitely works in Metronome battles now without crashing the game. From Hitmonchan, no one can run away, even though they made sure that Accelgor, I should say, definitely can't run away. Here's Aerial Ace from Escavalier onto Hitmonlee, takes Hitmonlee down. Hitmonlee's gone. This is what I mean about them being underdogs. Hitmonlee is out of contention already, and it's Turn 2 about to start, so this doesn't look good. Hitmonchan has a very uphill battle here. Accelgor is going to go for Meteor Beam. Oh my word. Here's Meteor Beam from Accelgor. Getting ready. It's basically like Steel type special attack raise as well. It's Steel type Solar Beam with a special attack boost in between. Here's Payback from Hitmonchan onto Escavalier. We're not going to do a great deal of damage there, but Escavalier is going to fire back here with Blast Burn. Oh my word. Although Escavalier's special attack isn't particularly great, so Hitmonchan could take that fairly well. And of course, Escavalier is going to have to recharge next turn, although we are all waiting for Meteor Beam from Accelgor. Here it comes with +1 special attack onto Hitmonchan. Hitmonchan ate it though, to be fair. Not very effective on Hitmonchan. Maybe it's not Steel type. I'm confused. It's something, maybe it's Rock type. It's Rock type. Oh, there we go. Remembered now. Thanks, comment section. Noble Roar drops the attack and special attack of Accelgor, so its special attack is down to what it was previously. But there you go. So Meteor being a bit disappointed against Hitmonchan, eh? Here's Accelgor, though, ready for its next attack. Back down to regular special attack. Goes for Thunderbolt, though. Still a great special attacker is our Accelgor, though. Great hit on Hitmonchan there. Gets the paralysis as well. This has just not been the Hitmon team's round, has it? Here's Hitmonchan, though, still fighting, going for grassy terrain. Going to try and get its HP back up, even on the turns where it can't attack because of paralysis. Not a bad play there, although it does work to its detriment as well, because, of course, it's going to heal the opposing team at the end of each turn as well. So here comes the Escavalier, though. What's on its mind? It's going for Spirit Shackle with its great attack stat as well. Watch out, Hitmonchan, because this could be it. And down goes Hitmonchan. Already, we're into round 2. Escavalier, Accelgor 1. Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan 0. They really need to mount some kind of miraculous comeback in this battle. If they don't win 2 battles quickly, they're not going to win at all. So here comes Accelgor. What's it going to do? Going to go for Flip Turn, one of the new moves from the Galar region, the Isle of Armor, we should specifically say. Hits Hitmonchan for a decent chunk of damage there, and over to Hitmonlee, who's going to go for Fury Cutter onto which of its opponents, onto Escavalier there, so not very effective. Over to Hitmonchan now. Maybe Fire-type moves. That's what you really need to go for. Goes for Rock Throw, which would be neutral on Escavalier. Super effective if it was used on Accelgor. So bad play there using it on Escavalier. Escavalier, though, is firing back with Swift, although its special attack isn't particularly great. So Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan are going to be able to tank that pretty well. Over to the next turn. Accelgor will start off proceedings with its insane speed stat. One of the fastest Pokemon around that isn't a Mega Evolution or a Legendary. Goes for Mega Punch on Hitmonchan, bringing it down to less than half its max HP. Here's Hitmonlee, though. What's Hitmonlee going to do? Going to go for Pound, I guess. Yeah, onto... At least it's on Accelgor, so it'll actually deal neutral damage. Here's Hitmonchan. What will Hitmonchan follow up with here? It's going to go for Minimize. Not a bad play there. Protecting itself from damage, because if you can't hit Hitmonchan because of its +2 evasiveness, then you can't knock it out. Although if anyone goes for Stomp, that could be pretty dangerous. Escavalier goes for Roar. That's not going to work in this kind of battle where there's nothing waiting in reserve. That gives Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan an opportunity to regroup and try and mount some offense on the next turn. Accelgor, though, may want to upset that. Going for Overheat. Not a bad play at all. Overheat onto Hitmonlee there for a great deal of damage. And down goes the special attack harshly of Accelgor, though. Now it is at -2 attack because it went up by 1, down by 1, now down by 2. Octozooka, though, from Hitmonlee onto Accelgor there, which is going to drop its accuracy by 1 stage, really protecting Hitmonchan here, to be honest, and that's a great play. Cross Chop from Hitmonchan onto the Bug-type Accelgor. So whilst it's not very effective, did a great deal of damage there. Escavalier is ready and waiting, though, as well, and it's going to go for Ice Punch. Here it comes onto the Hitmonchan for a huge chunk of damage there. Doesn't get the freeze, but Hitmonchan in a dangerous place right now. Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan can't afford to lose a team member at this juncture. Accelgor is going to go topsy-turvy. That is going to fail. Now it's over to Hitmonlee to try and do something about Escavalier. That's the big problem. Here's a Smart Strike. If it's on Accelgor, it could do some decent damage there, and it does, and it takes down Accelgor, so there's only Escavalier to deal with right now. This is a good opportunity for Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan to equalize. What will they do here? Terrain pulls from Hitmonchan. There's no terrain in effect, so I'm pretty sure that makes it a normal type move. I think this move changes to the type of terrain that is in effect, so or otherwise it's normal type. Great new move from the Isle of Armor DLC. Here's Acid Spray from Escavalier onto the Hitmonlee there. Not going to be very effective because it's a poison type attack. Does drop the special defense harshly, though. Oh, actually, was that neutral? Was that neutral? I'm confused. Oh, well. I'm old. It's fine. Don't you worry. But here comes Hitmonlee starting things off for this turn now that Accelgor is out of the way. Goes for Water Shuriken onto the Escavalier here, barely denting it. Look at the lack of damage there. That was a critical hit on that second one as well. 2 hits with the Water Shuriken. Can Hitmonchan do any better? I'm just saying, lads, one fire-type move would be the one. Trick Room, which is a big misstep by Hitmonchan, because now Escavalier gets to move, and then at the next turn, it's going to be the fastest thing on the field because of Trick Room. So here's Sludge Attack from Escavalier onto Hitmonchan there, taking out Hitmonchan. Yeah, fighting doesn't resist poison. I think poison resists fighting, though. That's the mistake I made before. Don't you worry. Thanks, comment section. And here comes Escavalier, who now has an opportunity to hit Hitmonlee before it can hit Escavalier. Goes for Strength. How much damage is Strength going to do to Hitmonlee? Massive damage. Hitmonlee's down. Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan are officially out of Season 8 of Metromania. This final round is to see if Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan can leave with their pride intact, because Escavalier and Accelgor have secured their place in the semi-finals, taking on Persian and Berserker. Accelgor starts off with Dig, gonna hide underground so its opponents can't hit it. Bit of a cheeky tactic right there. And now it's over to Hitmonlee to try and fight for its pride right now. It's going for Fairy Lock just to prove that Fairy Lock works in Metronome battles now. There it is. Beautiful move it is. And over to Hitmonchan. This is gutting. If you were on Team Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan,
I'm sorry, but they're out. Poison Powder would have affected Accelgor if it was up above the ground. Here's Healing Wish. That is going to fail from Escavalier. Of course, Escavalier can't be affected by Poison-type moves, so that didn't take anything from that Poison Gas right there. Over to Accelgor, using Dig on Hitmonlee for a great chunk of damage there. Now Hitmonlee has an opportunity to fight back. Look at its eyes. It's angry. It's annoyed. It's going for Spite. It doesn't want Escavalier to be able to use Metronome any more times than it's capable of, so reduces the amount of metronomes it has in its arsenal by 4. Here comes Hitmonchan though, going for Super Fang onto the Accelgor there. I'd have used it on the Steel type, to be honest, as we saw in Persian Berserker versus Heatmore and Durant. But Accelgor's now at half its max HP. Escavalier goes for Spit Up, but it hasn't stockpiled anything, so it can't use Spit Up. That's a very unfortunate move there for Escavalier. Not that Escavalier cares at this point, really. They're through to the semi-finals. Accelgor's going to go for Fire Punch, the move that Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan had every opportunity to bust out against these two. That's just showing them what they should have done. Hitmonlee is going to go for Attract. It doesn't affect Escavalier. These two Pokemon are the same gender. And here comes the Hitmonchan. That's what his name is. Venoshock onto Accelgor, bringing it down to less than half its max HP there. Here's Escavalier looking to fire back. What's Escavalier going to do? Going for a Mega Kick onto Hitmonlee, the master of the Mega Kick, taking it down again. Just Hitmonchan now, fighting for its pride against Escavalier and Accelgor. Come on, Hitmonchan, you're at full HP. You could still do this if you just pick the right moves. Here is Accelgor, though, firing off spikes. There you go, wasting a turn, giving an opportunity to Hitmonchan here, because now Hitmonchan has an opening. It could leave with its head held high. It could defend its honor and its partner's honor. It goes for Sandstorm, which only affects itself and Accelgor. Doesn't affect Escavalier in the slightest there. Bad play by Hitmonchan. This battle has been full of bad plays. It's been so unfortunate. Poor guys. Here is Escavalier with a Blaze Kick. The move that Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan should have been using all along. Just goes to show. There's the Sandstorm damage to Accelgor and to Hitmonchan there. Just chipping away at their HP. Escavalier hasn't taken any damage yet in this third round. Accelgor gets ready with the metronome, goes for Parting Shot, lowering the attack and the special attack one stage apiece of Hitmonchan there, just making it even more difficult for Hitmonchan to just leave with pride. Here's Hitmonchan. Will it be able to do it? I hope you're willing on Hitmonchan at home. Goes for Stuffed Cheeks, and it fails, of course. And here's Escavalier once again, the MVP of this battle, going for Phantom Force. It's going to hide away and reappear next turn to dish out some damage. There's the Sandstorm damage to Accelgor there and to Hitmonchan. What's going to happen in the next turn? Here comes Accelgor starting off the next turn. It's geared up and ready to go. It's going for that big 3-0 if it can. Goes for Taunt, which means that Hitmonchan can't use Metronome this turn and will have to struggle itself potentially to death before it'll be able to knock these Pokemon out. Phantom Force from Escavalier takes out Hitmonchan. It's a clean sweep for Escavalier and Accelgor. 3-0. Hitmonchan goes down. That was disgustingly dominant by these two. Well done to this team. That was horrible. Let's take a look at the semi-final brackets now. Escavalier and Accelgor join Persian and Berserker in semi-final 2, but next week, before that, semi-final 1, Cofragrigus and Runerigus take on Braviary and Mandibuzz.
So that'll do it for another episode of MetroMania. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. Support the channel like these wonderful people down here do. You can pledge to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/AceTrainLiam. And of course, use code ACE to save yourself some money on G Fuel. But until next time, I'm Ace Trainer Liam. Keep on training.